Hi guys! Today I have a little cast video for us. Isn't that fun? I haven't done one at all yet. Not sure how this is gonna go. If it goes terrible, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, okay? But I've seen a lot of people ask me how I make my male sims and what my CC recommendations are, what I use, what my overwrites are, what's going on, kiki ka 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 ka. So I thought I'd answer everything in one video. So let's start with a fresh new base. Randomize sim the house down boots. Let me turn these little reshade extras off and let's get to the root of the problem. First of all, let's start with the body. I have a body overwrite by Lumia and a feet overwrite by Cream Latte Dream for my male sims. For body presets, I mostly use dumb baby ones. Like, look at this difference. This is the normal EA body and then this is the one I typically use. Doesn't really matter which one. I think I gravitate to 2 the most because it's the most like base, like the most base one, you know what I mean? But I also enjoy 1 and 3 a lot. 3 for more muscular men, 1 for more twinkish men. You'll just have to see. I also really enjoy the ones by Obscurus or the ones by Dorian. Just anything that brings the shoulders down a bit and like kind of looks like it elongates the body. I just really don't like how the default EA body makes everything look so tense. Like, girl, relax, you'll be fine. Sometimes I even like go back and then get this slider, which is also by Dumb Baby. With that slider, I pull the shoulders down even further. I don't know, I really don't like the tense look. Personally, I like when the shoulders are down and relaxed. Another set of sliders I would recommend are the Better Male Body Sliders by Narcissism. It gives you like this option to give them abs and just define the body more or make the belly realistically bigger. Also gives you a really nice back muscle slider. Then I have the hand slider by Lumia where you can make the hands bigger. I have an extended feet size slider to make feet bigger. And this is just like stuff I use on almost every one of my male sims. Also love using the extended thigh slider by Seymour just to, you know, get a little meat in that area. And I think that should be almost all the sliders I use and the body presets I use, at least for my like more muscular guys. If I want to make a big guy, I really enjoy Highlands body presets, and with those I like putting this body mask on by Sims 3 Melancholic, you know, just to give it that realism, and then use the extended male body sliders, give them a little belly, add a little body hair, use the arm thickness slider so it looks realistic. That'd be a good base for me. When I want to make a skinnier guy, I like using Obscurus's body presets and then tweaking the body a little bit. I really enjoy using the Northern Siberia Winds torso mask just to get rid of the abs. And there you go, twink, fun! So let me do my default that I usually do, making the hands a little bigger, making this a little bigger, using the thickness slider for the arms. I also really like pulling the neck up, again, just to get rid of the tense look, just so the body is a little elongated. Not sure if it's the most realistic, but I like the look of it. And then I usually move on to the face. Get rid of these eyebrows, give me a blank slate. Northern Siberia 1 and 2 are probably my favorite ever, but the Obscurus one's also so good. Love them down. I probably use these on every goddamn sim. Like same face syndrome down. But oh, they're just so good. I can't. I like making the eyes smaller and pulling down the upper eyelid and pulling up the lower eyelid to make it look a little cooler. Like, how do I describe that? You know, just to make it look a little more just to make it look a little more cunt, just to make it look a little more You also have to really do like traditional masculinity ass features on these sims. Happened to me a lot when I started playing The Sims 4, where my male sims always look a little too feminine. No shade, that just isn't always the look I'm going for. So I really like the small eyes, big nose, thinner lips, not like extremely thin lips, but like thinner. Especially for white guys, I wouldn't give them like really thick lips now, just because it's, you know, not the most realistic. If you look at Lane, he does have lips, like it's not like paper thin ass lips, but I don't think it's giving like unrealistically big lips for a white guy. Does that make sense? Like, are you following? Walk with me. For lips, I really enjoy the presets of Obscurus again. I also really like these ones just because they give a lot of expression to the face, especially 9. I was so hyper focused on 9 for a second. Ooh, I use this on every damn male sim. I'm so serious. This is a good size, no? I think that looks good. Jaw, again, Obscurus. You're gonna get sick of me saying it, but Obscurus is really like a lifesaver. I'm also gonna link everything in the description if you're ever curious. 4 is probably my favorite. I pull it down a little bit. I also like going back onto the jaw with the detail feature and making it a little more using sounds to describe stuff is not helpful at all. But like, you get it, right? Hopefully you get it. For nose presets, these by Peachy Fairy are my absolute favorite, just because they give like a cute little look. Also enjoy these by Obscurus a lot, but it also really depends on the sim for me. Sometimes I like a bigger nose, sometimes I like smaller nose, sometimes I like a hook nose. Like, it really depends. I like pulling the nostrils down a little bit, maybe make it a little bigger. It looks good. good. Then for skin tones, I really like using these custom ones by Northern Siberia Winds, just because they give a little more nuance and color to the face than the base EA ones. Like compare, you know what I mean? Like if you compare them. Right, you're seeing it, right? Just gives way more color. What I also really enjoy for the darker skin tones is how it lightens the palms. Also really realistic to me. Big one, skin details. I did take the Northern Siberia Wind skins and made them default. I can link you guys a tutorial for that in the description box. Kind of a tedious process. For me, it was really worth it because now every sim is serving cunt. If you don't want to go through all that, you can also just get the overlays in and put them on every single sim. I've also really enjoyed the ones by Poyo Poyo, especially for, you know, middle-aged older sims. Also really like a cute little Sims 3 melancholic moment. A little more realistic if you're not trying to go for that like more realistic look. Maybe not yours. You'll have to decide for yourself. They're definitely a bit more realistic though. I'm really not that like crazy with my custom content usage. I just like go for the default. Was also really hyper fixated on this ghost putty overlay for a moment. Was on every one of my male sims. Not as much right now, but had a really big hyper fixation on it. It looks kind of crazy right now, I know, but just trust me, it can look really, really good. This little detail by Face goes on every one of my sims. I don't play about this. This goes on every single one of my sims. The nose shadow and lower lip shadow. Also every one of my sims. Sometimes I also like doing a half face situation like these, but most of the time it's just nose shadow, lower lip shadow, and we move. Okay, this is a big one because I love these nose tip overlays by Obscurus. Absolutely obsessed with these. You have so many different shapes. You can make the nose look so different, but it's still very, very, very Maxis match, in my opinion. Hey, don't call the Maxis match police. My opinion. I just really like how these look. You can have them really dark. You can have them, you know, more matching the skin tone. I usually like doing it a little darker just because I like when the nose stands out a little bit. That's personal preference. Same with the Northern Siberia Winds ones. Oh my god, I'm just repeating myself, but also absolutely love these. Also love layering these. Then I'll use this more for the nose bridge. Can make the nose look so different. Like, look how cutesy. Like, look, that immediately changed how his whole like face looks. Like, look how fucking cutesy. And these just fully like change how the nose looks. Absolutely obsessed with these. Obscurus, I love you so much. I'm not really much of a hairline person. If the hair calls for one, screams for one, and it's like, give me a hairline, please. I'll add the stoic one, but most of the time, honestly, I don't really mess with these. I'll be honest. Let's just use one for this one, but also a thing on every damn sim I make a squares secret blush. Just adds a little color to the face. Love it. Really subtle, but really cutesy. And that's kind of it. I'll be honest. That's all I do. I also love putting a little eye bag sometimes. Little eye bag moment. Poyo Poyos, love them a lot. Like, look, cutesy. I oftentimes layer them with the base EA ones though, just to make them more noticeable. Or with the ones by Starship Cap. Just depends what the vibe is. I think this looks pretty good though. Okay, cheek detail. This one also a big category for me. Face sculptor. Gotta go on every damn sim I make as well. It really just like snatches the face up. It makes it all look a little more, like I said, traditionally masculine. Also really important, the highlights by Sims 3 Melancholic. I mix both of these. For the cheek detail category, I always use random one from these, whichever one fits the sim the most. Like that looks pretty good. And then I go into the accessories because it also comes in an accessory version, and put one of these on and then copy it to every outfit. And look, sickening! Sickening down, sickening boots. Brow details I don't really touch unless I want to give them aging. Don't really mess with the teeth a lot. Also don't really have like realistic teeth. Very much Maxis match. Very much I use the default ones, like who gaffs, you know what I mean? Don't really mess with them a lot. I like a cute little fang, but that's kind of it. And there you go, he looks good. Eyebrows. My favorite Maxis match eyebrows are by Poyo Poyo or by Sims 3 Melancholic. These are like Maxis match down. Meanwhile, these are more art style Maxis match. Like these are still really cartoony, but have more of a distinct art style. Meanwhile, these are Maxis match the house down. You know what I mean? Also really enjoy these. I don't know what happened to my cast thumbnails for my eyebrows. They just disappeared one day, but I'm pretty sure these are by Twisted Cat. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm sorry. Love these as well. Love these down. Honestly, these look really good on him. I might keep these. Okay, another thing that goes on all of my male sims. I'm not kidding. Every single one of them. Eyelids by Poyo Poyo. Every single one of my male sims has this shit on. Every single one. I'm not kidding. Brightness down a little bit. The opacity down a little bit. And make them more saturated, the skin tone. You'll have to like mess around with it. But this goes on every single one of my male sims. I'm so serious. Then either these eyelashes by Sims 3 Melancholic, which I not 3D eyelashes. These are just drawn on. Or these eyelashes by Sims. I usually put these on in brown and then pull the brightness on a little bit. And that looks pretty good to me. Hey, that looks pretty good to me. So we have the eyes, we have the eyelashes. Sometimes for a little more realism, I like giving this little bluish eye back effect, but I turn the opacity down a lot to make it not as obvious. For the cheeks category, I usually go for this blush by Obscurus. Depends kind of look I'm going for. Or this overlay by Wistful Castle. It just, you know, again, the entire face. That looks pretty good to me. For the lips, lipstick 16 by Sims 3 Melancholic, opacity down. For a little detail, not too much. Let's not do too much. Let's stay subtle. Opacity fully down. These are my absolute favorite contacts. They are so high quality. They look amazing on screenshots. They like change the entire mesh of the eye, and they're so high quality. I'm actually so fucking obsessed with them. I'm not over exaggerating. These are like more realistic. Obviously the heart you're not going for every time, so I like using these swatches, and it just looks so good and so clean and so yum and so If I was going for this moment, I'd probably put on Catch Lights by Square. There you go. Just makes it pop a little more. Honestly, this would be all I'm doing with the face. Hair, I mean, Johnny Sims. We're all thinking it, Johnny Sims. Male hairs, Johnny Sims. Classic, yes. Diva, the doll, the hair maker, saving all of our Sims. Love him down. Clumsy has some great ones. Simandy has some great ones. Josh has some great ones. This one especially, so tasty and delicious. And then the hair I've been using on everybody that I've also used on Lane that I've been getting a lot of questions about is by Peachy Bunny. Literally the perfect Sims 4 hair. So serious, and I don't think I can stop using it. I'm so obsessed with this hair. I don't think there's a possibility of this hair ever looking bad on any sim. It's so sexy. I'm sorry, like this hair is so sexy, like so fucking good. I'm so obsessed with this hair. But yeah, the big one is probably Johnny Sims. Just go through the page and download anything you see. These are also just so good, especially this one. I think this one is one of my favorites. But for him, do I just go with the classic? No, I can't. I can't use this again. I kind of like that. Okay, let's go with that. I have piercing default replacements just so they're not as chunky. I mean, the whole world's been obsessed with eyebrow piercing, and that looks pretty good on him. I don't know. Let's keep it. This one's my magic bot. Do we want an earring moment? Why not? These are kind of fun. Yeah. Okay, I'm liking this. I'll probably make the eyes a little bigger. Perhaps like that. There you go, back end. Ooh! Elongate the eyes. Make them look a little more sleepy. Pull them in a little bit. Not too much. Just a little bit. And I think I could even make the head a little more narrow. Like that. Shoulders in a little bit. Chest a little bit. Completely forgot about the ass sliders, but if you want your men to walk around with bubble butts, I usually don't do too much. Just a little bit. And this looks pretty good. Clothing, really hard to find from male Sims. Like you really have to like look for clothing. My favorite release from male clothing has been AXA 2025 by A. Harris OO Brittany. Absolute fave. Also Xiu. Not sure if you say it like that. Makes sickening male clothing. Like this is probably one of my favorite pieces. And these little more chill shirts and stuff. This little code, so cutesy. My favorite recent release for clothing has been AXA 2025. I just think these look really good, really trendy, really cutesy. New Crest, this is the one that Brooks is wearing right now. And a lot of the stuff by Xiu. Code is probably one of my favorite pieces for cold weather. Love this down. I also love the more relaxed like shirts. I have some really cool swatches. So cool, so sickening, so obsessed with it. Love this down. Like so sickening. But again, really hard to find male CC. Sentate, I mean classic. I mean, come on now. Adrian Pastel makes a lot of cast add-ons from different packs. Okay, I finished his outfit, and I think I'm pretty happy with him. The shirt is by Xiu. Jeans as well. Shoes by Jius. The accessories, this is from Lovestruck. These are by Green Llamas. Nails are by Urban Sims. I just like putting a little natural nail on my male Sims for realism. And that's kind of it. I'm kind of really boring with my CC, I'm gonna be honest. Mostly just slap Northern Siberia Winds and Sims 3 Melancholic and Obscurus on everybody and call it a day, girl. I am kind of boring with my CC. I'm not gonna lie, but that's how I make literally all of my male Sims. Brooks as well. Eyes by Northern Siberia Winds. The skin is by Northern Siberia Winds. Hair is an edit from Doxil. The eyebrows by Poyo Poyo. The eyebrow piercing is just, see, he's using a highlight. I'm not lying, girl. I'm not that crazy with my CC. He also has a little that I give every male Sim. Arm thickness slider. And most of the outfits he's wearing are just from businesses and hobbies. I've been getting a lot of questions about his tattoos, and these are from a cyber sigilism. Vigilism pack from SinSim CC. And the body hair I use is just from Lumia, and it's a default replacement for the body hair here. I feel like everything I use is pretty much like standard base CC that if you have CC, you're gonna use. So if this wasn't as interesting, I'm sorry, but I'll link everything in the Tumblr post. The Tumblr post is linked in the description. It's gonna put, if you have any more questions, you can always ask. But the Tumblr post should have everything linked from cast background to cast lighting to black UI, the body presets I mentioned, the face presets I mentioned, the hairstyles I've mentioned, clothing, the piercings, everything you ever wanted to know about my CC should be in there. And that's really what I use on everybody. I don't really stray away from like that pack of CC just so every sim kind of has the same art style. I do mess around with their facial features a lot. Brooks took me so long to make. There's like so many different versions of Brooks and they're all slightly different, but you know, you just have to tweak, figure out what you like. As an example, I like my CC a lot because, like, as an example, this nose highlight, it looks so painted to me. It gives like digital art. Like, I like it when everything looks a little painted, nothing looks too realistic, nothing looks too cartoony. I just like a good middle ground. But yeah, like I said, pretty simple. Same lips by Sims 3 Melancholic, eyebrows by Sims 3 Melancholic. These eyes are by Northern Siberia Winds. The face suck, the eye backs I mentioned earlier, shirt by A Harris O Brittany, pants and underwear by Green Llamas. I have my routine down to the T. Again, the snow shadow by Sims 3 Melancholic. Like, I'm not lying. I'm not gatekeeping information, I promise. I'm just kind of weird that this video is underwhelming because like I use the same shit. But I hope it's not. Hopefully this was kind of helpful, even if it just helped you find one more CC creator. If you're interested with Brooks, we are doing a Raxovich challenge right now, so you can always tune into that. Gonna film a part right after this. That's gonna be real interesting, but I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And again, everything is linked in the description. It's in the Tumblr post. Just click the first link that pops up. Big ass Tumblr post. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and good night.